A pleasure to meet all at last, and welcome back to HJN Season 3, and also, here we go, with number 2087, it's time that we get on to work. And well, what I gotta say about this in particular is, this is something that I typically enjoy. As you probably all know by now, if that is, you have watched some other parts of my content, and even other things that I've offered on the channel, work is something that I've always had a hankering for, a special interest for, and a ton of time spent every single day as well as night. I hardly get much rest nowadays, but I have my own ways of avoiding any long-term health effects from a lack of rest. Yet, that's not very important, because right now, what we're going to do here is talk a few things about what kind of work I do and how well I can manage with it as a means to help society with various different things in life. First of all, I got work so I can make the money. Number two, I have work as long as I possibly need it to make as much money as possible and to give myself a good head start on certain things in life, like creating financial investments, including my own 401k plan and a nice big savings bond. Yeah. If those don't stem out as perfectly legit examples of what I can potentially do with my own money over time, then maybe one of these days you could see for yourself within another, let's say, 20, 30 years from now, where I might actually have the kind of money to actually buy myself something extremely valuable. Like I could go for a huge mural that stems from like 300 years ago. I could probably buy a huge boat, or a powerful Lambo, or even a manor. But sometimes, that's just the problem there. When you have all the money in the world, you could feel greedy, corrupt, and possibly have a lot of problems with other people you know and love. Yet, when you have yourself the unfortunate favor of being in the clutches of poverty, it's also going to play off negatively. Not just from the obvious things that you may not know how to survive too well, or you might have people that might look down on you just because you're lower class. It might as well be better to just be in between. That is why I myself specifically do intend on racking up the cash, no matter how high the stacks may be. But yet, to balance things out, one common thing that I oftentimes am known to do is donate. And I mean donate, with a capital D. The main purpose for that is, simply put, to make people feel better about themselves. By giving them some portions of my own money, I'm not only benefiting them for their own sake of survival, and for them potentially having the urge to live better and longer at times, but it actually is rather satisfactory on my end too. If I make another person happy, a person who might be lying on the streets gasping for air with their hands raised up as if they are in desperate need of attention, the problems that they have, well, they finally had themselves those little slips of paper with a president's face on it, then well, chances are they are indeed going to feel unbelievably ecstatic on all fronts. And that actually is rather contagious on my front too. If I can make them happy, then the same thing will happen on my end too. Expect me to be happy if by any means I do in fact donate to you or another person you know and love. So I suppose that with that in mind, I've been able to stretch it out to a nice, considerable weight, but for this occasion, HJN doesn't really need to be super big or super long. So, if you want to see more go down on my channel, then make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.